This is my life with albinism.
Now, this is my life with albinism.
And this is my life with albinism. Host, I'm Dale.
I'm Avery.
All right, so now we're going to let you introduce yourselves, tell the people your name, give them your social medias and where they can find you.
Thank you.
Right.
Hey, thanks very much for having me. My name is Kado, and my last name is Joe.
You might have to talk a little louder.
I don't know what happened to my voice.
It's all right.
Got a little nervous?
Yeah. My name is Kado, like Kado.
Okay.
It's French. It means like gift.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kado. And do you have social medias, Instagram?
I'm not a social media person.
Okay.
Because I don't really like to be bothered by whenever I go on Facebook, Instagram. I have extended family outside the US.
Okay.
The only thing they do is just asking you money.
Oh, yeah. We always get told.
Yeah,
We all
So
got
now,
that.
where are you from?
I'm just gonna say I'm from like Luxembourg, but I've been living with my mom who is from Africa.
Oh,
Okay, nice.
Okay, so now I noticed when we had saw you by the pool, you had actually stopped us and said that you were already following us on Instagram and that you liked our content. So I wanted you to talk about that. How did you find us and how did you feel about the Life with Albinism platform?
Oh man, there is, because I was volunteering this morning, and this guy told me, this guy, they do a lot of stuff about Albion. I said, yeah, I would like to meet them. I said, oh, I know this guy. I follow them on Instagram. Yeah, I love their stuff. So I said, yeah. So
How did you originally find us on Instagram?
Well, I go sometimes. Once upon a time, I used to have social media before I deactivate them. So I always go online to try to socialize and say, okay, like go on YouTube, like stuff about albinism, or go on YouTube, put, albino, and see what come up, and that's why I say I found you guys.
Oh, okay, wow. All right, well, thank you. I appreciate it. And you subscribe to us?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So, you know what's so funny, Avery? When he approached me, he was like, "Yo, man, I follow you on Instagram," and he was like, "I would love if you need somebody for your show. I would love to be on your show."
And
I'm
that's
like,
what
"Come
we're
on, right
about
now!
to say.
Like, we got the camera right here. Let's go."
And this is a true fan right here.
Right.
I mean, so I definitely appreciate that.
I used to be a journalist. So,
Really?
Yeah.
Nice. Talk about that.
I used to work on the radio station and news and
the news station.
Podcast.
Podcast, okay.
Yeah. So I like talking to people. Once I get comfortable to them, and once I know them, and like I know you guys. You always wanna interview
Socialize.
people,
Yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, man. Why not?
So now the question that I have for you is, what has living with albinism been like for you? Like, how has that journey been?
Like everybody with albinism, I have had good experience and bad experience.
All right.
But I would say,
How about the overall experience?
Yeah,
overall, I would say, man, it's hard to say. I would say 70% was bad.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm grateful. I've been with my mom, with my dad, and they always be supporting, and my siblings.
So now, in terms of the bad, based on what you want to share, what was the bad? I mean, you don't have to share nothing you don't want to share, but based on what you would want to share,
brief.
The bad was sometimes when I was in high school, the teacher wasn't really understanding. They didn't know anything about albinism. So let's say, for example, when we were in math class, I couldn't see the number. And every time I say, teacher, I cannot see to the blackboard. I say, come on, you gotta be kidding me. Everybody see there.
Yeah, I had that too. When I was being in class, and I was like, I can't see the board. But I would be sitting in the front row.
Right.
And then the teacher would be like, "Oh, you're joking, right?
You're joking.
Like, you really can't see."
I'm not gonna write this thing for you, just for you, that's why I have that has stayed in my mind, like trauma. I don't know if I can call it trauma. I don't know, but
it's
because
yours.
I used to like math, physics, science stuff.
Yeah.
But due to that,
So did you ever have the tools needed in school
No.
to no?
No.
Like
So how did you
magnifying
find?
glass,
Yeah, you didn't.
Myself.
Wow.
Okay.
So you had to advocate for yourself.
Yep.
Tell us about that. How did you? Because somebody else could be in your shoes that,
Right
that
now.
doesn't have those resources that needs to know. So tell the people, how do you navigate for yourself with what you need for albinism?
Mostly I would talk to my friends and they would like, for example, if I have to take notes, they give me their notes because they see it on the
I did that.
blackboard.
Oh, okay.
That's all right.
You
You
know,
always got to sit next to that smart
Yeah.
person. Like, yo, let me see that.
Yeah, because I was really I don't know, smart in like language because I love language.
Yeah.
Language, geography, history, philosophy, psychology.
Okay.
Those ones, they would come to me and I would go to them when I need like math, chemistry, physics.
Okay, so they would tutor you.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, nice.
So you looked at your friends as resources, like
Yep.
your friends that would write the notes for you, tutor you, and teach you what you couldn't see on the board.
Yeah.
Things like that.
Exactly.
Okay.
Now,
Nice.
if you didn't have those friends around, what would be the next step?
It was really hard because
I can imagine.
I don't even know how I finished elementary school because this problem started even in elementary school.
Right.
You know, and I don't know. It was just I don't remember. I don't remember how I was seeing how. You know, I just don't remember. But I say
Okay.
it
Well,
was
hey,
God
I mean,
miracle
you got
and
through it.
Right,
I
you got through it.
I mean, so that's all that
And I think that the thing that you mentioned that's so really important is that you advocated for yourself and you looked through other resources to find the help that you needed in school.
Yeah.
And I think that that's important because I know I couldn't see the board in school.
Yeah, for that.
I know I couldn't write the notes down when I couldn't see what was on the board. So I think it was that super important that. And that's why it's super important that if you're in school and you have albinism and your vision is becoming a roadblock for you, that you reach out to people and talk to people just like he did, so that way you can talk to somebody who can write those notes for you. And they even have in school what's called note takers, who will actually sit in the classroom with you and write the notes for you. And it's actually their job to do it. But I think what you did was also smart because you might have had a friend sitting beside you like, hey man, can I copy your notes? And I did that especially in college, you know, so before I had a note taker in college, I would do that. And sometimes it would be an exchange. It would be like, okay, let me borrow your textbook. All right, well, let me borrow your notes. You know what I mean? So
the other thing is like when you driving, I don't know if you guys have a driver license.
No, we cannot. Well, I can't drive.
I do drive. And,
Oh, you do?
You do?
Yeah, that's why I love Texas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
Texas.
I got my driver license in Ohio, but once I moved to Austin, Texas, they left the restriction because I used to have restriction on my driver license.
Oh.
I was driving with the biotic glasses, lens, but now I can drive with no restriction because Texas required.
And how was that driving? Like
It took me 2 years to get my driver license in Ohio.
Okay.
2 years.
2
I
years?
start like daytime only, no freeway. No freeway, just residential.
Yeah,
After
local
that,
streets.
after that you gotta take another test for only night, residential, no freeway. After that you gotta take another test for freeway, daytime.
And
after
how do you
that,
go? And then tell the people, how do you go about that? Because as far as I understand, if you want to get your driver's license, you take a driving course, and then you go to the DMV and you apply for your license, and they do like a road test for you. How on earth do you navigate that system of getting the license just for the daytime and just for the nighttime and just for the freeway? Like, how does somebody how do you go about that?
You talk to your vocational rehabilitation.
Oh,
yeah. So
okay.
you gotta
need
go
a vocational counselor.
Vocational counselor. You gotta have a low vision doctor who is gonna examine your eye vision and say, okay, you might be eligible to drive. So from there, they're gonna try to test your vision, and then the process begins.
Okay.
And yeah.
Okay.
on the
So it's
road
not
soon.
something that you technically do on your own.
Nope.
You don't just go to the DMV and do it.
It's
You go to
also
you go to a
expensive.
vocational
It's
counselor.
expensive.
It
So
is
how
expensive.
so what's
Like only the biotic glasses, it cost me like $2,000.
Jesus.
But they pay for me this day.
Oh, okay.
Okay, the vocational department, they pay for it.
based on your income.
Okay,
Yeah,
based
so
on
if you're not qualified, like lawyer come, man, you gotta pay you.
And just to let y'all know, for those that do live in New York, I can only speak for New York. They will pay for your bioptic lens there too for free. Especially if you're trying to get lens to drive, they will do that. And again, like he said, you would talk to your low vision doctor, and then you make your process.
And the other thing is they give you the handicap permit, which I love. You can park anywhere,
right?
Yeah. The other issue I was going to mention is, sometimes when you drive and you go to a drive-through, and you'll be like, hey, I don't see the menu. They'd be like, wait, what? How did you drive? And you say you can see the venue. I never find a response to that question. That's so embarrassing. And I think we need more. We need to educate more people. To raise awareness of albinism. And some people don't even know that that I have albinism. They be like, "What is that?" And some people they be like, "Oh man, you really sexy." And
well, man, this has been a great episode, man. I thank you for your time, man. Thank you for joining us.
Definitely, my guy.
Lifewithalbinism.com. Go to the website, follow all of our social medias, and we also have merchandise. We did sell out of our keychains, but we do have our sun protective t-shirts. They are long sleeve and they actually protect you from the sun.
I'm actually wearing one.
That is not our
shirt. Yes, it is.
We do have our sun protective t-shirts available. We have them in white and we also have them in black. So you can stay tuned to lifewithalbinism.com. And if you want to buy any of the shirts, we do accept PayPal, Cash App, and you can find our shirts at our Instagram, life_with_albinism. All right. Thank you, man.
Thank you very much. Awesome.
Bang.